Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at the new patch notes for Apex Legends Season 9. I am so excited. There's so many new things coming and I can't wait. So without further ado, let's just dive right into it. So first things first, we have a completely new game mode hitting the servers. It's called Arenas and it looks freaking amazing. It looks like it's so much fun, and I can't wait to try this out next Tuesday. The games are going underground with the introduction of a new permanent mode, Arenas. Fully reassembled and unimpressed with the glitz and glamour of the Apex games, former Apex Predator Ash is taking the competition back to its roots, a purer form of combat. The rules are simple, 3 versus 3, eliminate your enemies to win the round, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. You win, or you die. Arenas features a new set of custom maps, tailor-made for close quarters combat, with more to come in the future. Squads start each round in a spawn room, where they can get weapons, gear, and abilities, and adjust their loadout as their strategy changes. The first team to win 3 rounds with at least a 2-point lead will be crowned the victor, unless they battle to a 4-4 tie. Then they'll have the honor of participating in Ash's favorite part of the game, sudden death. For more on Arenas, check out the blog for a full deep dive into the new mode. Now, I will be linking that as well. So all of this stuff that I'm reading right now, I'm going to be linking it down below. So if you want to read it for yourself, please go ahead and scroll right down. Then we got a title saying Party Crasher, short version. Mirage took the voyage on a joyride and it didn't go as planned. Oh, this looks sick though. Party Crasher is one of 2 exciting custom arenas where you'll be able to show off your skills. This arena takes place in a ritzy downtown plaza where players can choose to engage on the crashed Mirage Voyage or the opulent 2-story buildings that make up the downtown. Stay vigilante. Stay vigilante is supposed to be stay vigilant? Well, stay vigilante, I guess, as this map hosts a variety of engagement distances, both close quarters and long distance. Then you got Phase Runner. It's cool to get a little, sneak peek of all the different arenas as well. I'm really excited to try them, as I've mentioned many times before. The Phase Runner on Olympus is unique, but it wasn't the first of its kind. Phase Runner is the second of our custom arenas and our largest. You'll find in a hidden experimental zone at the peak of a mountain where a prototype Phase Runner is ready for use. This map gives you a lot of space to maneuver, so be sure to be on the lookout for those who prefer to be patient and take you out from afar. Sound tactics and clear communication are what you'll need to come out on top as you fight through the construction site or near the Phase Runner exit. Oh, that looks sick. So I guess these are the other maps as well that we'll get. Oh, I love this. Okay, gardens, let's go. And you got, to be fair though, these places are very well situated for arenas though, so that makes a lot of sense. In addition to the 2 new maps, other areas from our 3 BR maps will be thrown into a bi-weekly rotation, giving you 5 maps total for arenas. At the start, you'll get Artillery from Kings Canyon, Thermal Station from World's Edge, and Golden Gardens from Olympus. That's pretty freaking cool. Right, then we've got the Valkyrie, of course. I think we're all familiar with her at this point, but let's just go over her abilities really, really quickly. So you got Kairi Imahara, the daughter of Apex Predator Viper, salvaged the remains of her father's North Star Titan years after his death. With Rampart's help, she fashioned it into a sleek new jetpack that honors her family's legacy. Now, she's entered the games under the name Valkyrie. Girl, I can't wait to try her out. She seems so cool. So her passive is VTOL Jets. Use your jetpack to reposition or reach high places. You have limited fuel and cannot use weapons while flying. Then you also got the tactical called Missile Swarm. Fire a swarm of mini rockets which damage and disorient the enemy. Then you got this ultimate, which is the skyward dive. So take to the skies to reposition a long distance across the map. Your squad mates can join in. So you basically become like a mobile jump tower. That's pretty cool. And then she's a recon class. Ooh, so she can scan the survey beacons. I like that. That's nice. Okay. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, and here we go. The Bocek Bow. I love it. The new Bocek Compound Bow is a precision marksman weapon that rewards a skilled and confident hand. Holding down fire will draw the bow over a short time, increasing the power of the shot, with maximum power giving optimal damage and projectile speed. Repeatedly firing the Bocek right as it reaches its max power provides the best sustained damage. The Bocek uses a new ammo type, arrows, which are unique to this weapon. Arrows are more rare on the battlefield, but fired arrows will stick into surfaces and remain in the world for players to pick back up and reuse. The 1x HCOG Classic, 1x Holosight, 2x HCOG, and 1-2 Variable, and 3x HCOG Optics can all be equipped. The Bocek can also be further modified with the 2 new hop-ups entering the game. Shattercaps and Deadeye's Tempo. It can even equip both hop-ups simultaneously. That's kinda nuts. Okay. Olympus The Lost Fleet update. A fleet of mysterious ships have made their way to Olympus and brought with them an otherworldly parasitic plant that has begun to take root along the surface. The lead ship, the Icarus, has docked with the city and changed the landscape for good. Fight through the claustrophobic halls of the ghost ship, search corpses for a mysterious keycard, and walk away as the last squad standing. Read our latest map update blog to get a detailed look on what's changed on Olympus. To allow everyone to see the latest map update, Olympus will be the only map in rotation for the first week of the new season. This is pretty exciting, though. I mean, look at all these vines and stuff coming out. Like, okay, what is happening? This is going to be super interesting, I think. Oh my god, now this is such a welcome change. Oh my goodness. Starter kit and loot changes. Mwah, 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 mwah. I love it. Okay, let's read about it. Players will now start a match with a starter kit, consisting of a level 1 Evo shield, helmet, and knockdown shield, plus 2 shield cells and syringes each. We've removed level 1 helmets and knockdown shields from the loot pool. Spawn chances for level 1 Evo shields in the loot pool have been significantly reduced. Along with the lowered or removed spawn chances for these items, we've rebalanced the loot pool such that higher level versions of these items will appear nearly the same as they do now, but other item types will appear more often: weapons, ordnance, health, ammo, etc. So the dev note says the following: we've wanted to take a crack at improving the loot game for a while, with our design goals being to make picking up loot feel more impactful to the game and to thin out our loot a bit in general. Since we're always adding new items to the pool, the recent locked and loaded takeover mode helped us field test some of the changes we're looking to make moving forward. Certain pieces of loot and low tier loot types specifically are being put on notice. We're removing level 1 helmets and knockdown shields from the ground loot because these seemed like the least exciting, least meaningful equipment pickups we had. Their power is practically invisible, so they don't really feel like a character improvement in the way that things like, say, a backpack feels. Getting those extra slots feels so chunky. We're keeping level 1 Evo shields in the loot pool, albeit at a lower spawn chance, in addition to adding them to your starter kit because having them sprinkled around is still important for shield swapping shenanigans. Finally, granting these pieces of gear from the start of the game is also intended to improve the hot drop situation. Having more health, some headshot damage reduction, and a little knockdown protection can help give players some more time to react to chaotic hot drop than before. Be on the lookout for more loot changes in the future. This will be an ongoing project. I am so excited about this, honestly. I can't tell you how much I enjoyed the Locked and Loaded event because of you getting, like, these items as a starter kit on the get-go. And I'm so glad to see that they decided to implement that into the regular game. Thank you very much, Respawn. Love that. Next up, we have the section called Emotes. Introducing Emotes! Every legend will have one emote unlocked at launch, and additional emotes can be obtained through Apex packs or by crafting them. Equip your emotes to the emote wheel and flex away! You know, honestly, I am surprised that it took them this long to implement emotes, but hey, better late than never. Oh, I like that Bloodhound one where he's snuggling the raven. That's so cute. It's great fun to show off to your squad mates in the starting room of arenas, and of course, you have to use them on the winner's podium. Now, since emotes kick your camera back to third-person view, we know some folks are already thinking about corner peeking. Competitive integrity is still paramount, so enemies that your character couldn't see in first-person view will not be shown while you are in third person. That's a pretty clever workaround. This video shows the anti-peek feature working on the purple dummy behind the rock. Without it, Pathfinder would be able to use the third-person camera to gain knowledge that he shouldn't have. All emotes have anti-peek enabled, and there's no way to disable it. Right, so we have anti-peek enabled. So, right, gotcha, look at that. So with the disable, you'd be able to see that there's a guy there, but because they have the anti-peek enabled, you can't see anything. That's a really good workaround. That's really clever. Good job. All right, Battle Pass. Unlock the Premium Legacy Battle Pass and level it up to unlock new skins like Rampart's Crafty Kitsune. Okay, listen, I love how much love they're showing Rampart. I'm just like, yes, thank you. My girl needs all of this. I love it. Look at that makeup. Look at that, like, kitsune mask. I love it. Super cool. Legend update. Low profile characters. Low profile no longer exists. This trait has been removed from Wraith, Lifeline, and Watson. After our successful experiment with Wraith's hitboxes, we are now confident that we can solve balance issues between smaller and larger legends through changes to their kits and hitboxes. It is finally time for low profile to go the way of the dodo. Sorry, dodos. I'm so... Yes, thank you. Low profile, get hecked. Lifeline, Combat Revive. No longer deploys a shield. That's big. Can now revive 2 players at the same time. That's also big. Can now cancel active revives in progress to allow your teammate to defend themselves with a knockdown shield. That's also... Honestly, I think this is all good changes, honestly. Alright, then we got the DLC Heal Drone. Heal rate increased from 5 HP per second to 8 HP per second. Deployment time before healing begins reduced by roughly 33%. Okay, so it's going to heal faster and it's going to heal more. I like that. Care Package. Cooldown reduced from 6 minutes to 5 minutes. Now guarantees an upgrade if possible in 3 categories. Body shield, other equipment, helmet, backpack, and knockdown shield. And weapon attachment based on your team's current gear when the package arrives. Thank you. I mean, I don't know. I feel like both Lifeline and... I mean, I still feel like Loba is probably the better looter, obviously, with, like, the shop. But, I mean, this is something. It's something, you know? Lifeline's kit was not in a particularly healthy place. No, it wasn't. The passive shield was extremely strong to the point of frustration, while her tactical and ultimate seemed like they were becoming more and more obsolete. These changes are aimed to redistribute this big power differential between all of her abilities, making DLC and Care Package more powerful and effective while tamping down on the highly binary and situational Combat Revive. I mean, honestly, I would have probably enjoyed if the shield was breakable, or if the shield particularly were like on a cooldown so you couldn't spam it over and over. But hey, let's see, because right now I think that whenever you're reviving somebody like that, now they're just gonna be a sitting duck. But I guess you just have to protect them with your gun now. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see. It's gonna be interesting to see for sure. Octane Stim. Reduce cooldown between stims from 4 seconds to 1 second? Increased health cost from 12 to 20. Yeah, he definitely needed to be able to stim constantly. I agree. Yeah. Increased bullet spread while in the air and shooting from the low launch pad trajectory. Octane continues to perform really well after the latest changes. Too well, question mark. We still love the frequency of the jump pad, but would like to make using stim something Octane thinks about doing at the right time instead of always slamming it by default. Well, won't this just... I mean, okay. Yeah, I guess we'll see. Loba! Okay, let's see. Burglar's best friend can now run and slide at full speed while aiming the bracelet and while the bracelet is in the air. Loba will no longer be slowed after translocating. Girl! Poor Loba. She was in such a rough spot. I'm hoping that this is going to help a lot more. And then fix a lot of bugs that cause bracelet tosses to fail. We'll see how that works, won't we? Black Market Boutique increased cooldown from 90 seconds to 120 seconds, right? So, yeah, as I said, her ulti is pretty freaking good. So, that makes sense, that change, I agree with. Hopefully, the other changes will go through as they are intended. And that Loba can now be less of a meme and an actual playable character. That would be so good. We got Horizon, Gravity Lift, reduced lift speed by 30%, reduced side-to-side acceleration, limited the time you can sit at the top of Gravity Lift to 2 seconds, increased cooldown from 15 seconds to 20 seconds. Okay, so this is a nerf all around, baby. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it was extremely, extremely powerful, so I can see that. Horizon's abilities will now get zapped by Watson pylons. Okay. Okay, that's pretty cool. I guess that makes sense, because it is technically a throwable. Horizon is powerful and popular, but that's not why we're making these changes. We believe that mistakes in Apex Legends should be punishable, and when Horizon could just get herself out of bad positioning while popping a whole battery, this just wasn't true. These changes have two goals. One, make it much more possible for enemies to shoot Horizon as she sits in the gravity lift, and two, make gravity lift less of an impromptu sniper tower. I love all about that for sure. Fuse, Knuckle Cluster. Fuse now has 2 stacks of Knuckle Cluster, reduced cooldown from 25 to 20. I like that change, actually, because Fuse is he's a little on the weak side, let's be honest. More help is coming, but we want to be very careful how we buff him, so that he doesn't just become the legend that kills you with his abilities. Makes sense. Makes sense. I'm curious to see what more they're working on for Fuse, honestly, because Fuse is a fun character, but he is, yeah, his ulti especially is, like, kind of underwhelming. Bangalore, smoke launcher, thickened Bangalore. Really, did the smoke need to be thickened? Last patch, we optimized Bangalore smoke particles and inadvertently thinned them out. This aims to get her back to the original visuals while keeping the optimization. Oh, honestly, I had a hard time looking through it no matter what, so I thought it was fine, but alright, cool. We got thicker smoke. Bloodhound no longer receives assists from Eye of the Allfather. What? Bloodhound's scan is strong, but the goal of this change in particular is to reconsider assists and their implications for ranked points. There's enough intrinsic value in sonar scans, and it's a slippery slope to consider crediting assists for other non-damaging abilities. Crypto will remain an exception. The active nature of Crypto's drone scan is notably different from the passive option with Bloodhound. This should encourage Bloodhound players to act on the information they get from the scan to eliminate instances where they might try to snag a quick assist without committing to a fight in the same way Crypto has to. Okay, so Crypto still gets the assists with the scan. Pretty cool. Crypto's drone can now scan and open care packages. Whoa, okay. Can no longer use his drone to hijack a respawn beacon that's already used. Okay, that was good. I didn't even know that was a thing, but I'm glad that they fixed that because that would be the most frustrating thing. Like, you got the banners, you're trying to res them, and in comes a drone and just steals it? Like, girl, no. Okay. Marksman weapon category. Right, this is where the bow will be. Wait, there's 2 different bows? Hello? There are 2 different bows? Excuse me, sir. There are 2 different ones. Is this an accidental leak? Hold your horses. What? 2 bows? These are not the same. Okay. The G7 Scout and 3030 are currently in the assault rifle weapons category, but they are a bit strange in that category due to their firing style and some of their handling values. Similarly, the triple take felt a little out of place in the sniper category. With introduction of the Bocek Bow, we felt it was a good time to introduce a new weapons category, Marksman weapons, which will include the G7, 3030, Triple Take, and Bocek. Weapons in this category are precision weapons that are most effective up to medium-long range and are the sort of in-betweens of assault rifles and snipers. This allows us to begin moving the settings of these weapons towards more consistent value for the class, and make the settings of ARs and snipers more consistent with less outliers. For starters, we're increasing the movement speed while aiming down sights for marksman weapons. They were at sniper speeds and will now be between sniper and AR speeds. Additionally, we have done some targeted normalization of hipfire spread amounts. Okay. Ooh, the supply drop rotation. Hold up. Okay. They're taking out this guy and putting it in triple take? Okay. This season, we're taking the Peacekeeper out of the supply drop and putting the triple take in its place. Of course, with any supply drop change, these weapons will have their stats updated. See how each weapon changes down below. Ooh, interested. Okay, since we're exchanging a shotgun with a marksman weapon, now is a good time to rebalance the drop rates of crate weapons. The Kraber will spawn less often in the early game and more often in the mid game to better accommodate its power. The triple take will be the most common early game crate weapon, with the Prowler being the most prominent late game crate weapon. Interesting. Fully kitted rotation. Oh my goodness. Added Wingman, Bocek, R99, Hemlock, and Sentinel. Oh my god, you can get a fully kitted Sentinel, girl. We're living in this patch. We are living in this patch. Hello, baby girl. I'm coming for you this season. So we removed the R301, 3030 repeater, Mozambique, and Longbow DMR, as well as the Spitfire for the Goldens. However, the Golden Beak was... Oh, I'm gonna miss you, the Golden Beak. Hop-ups, Shattercaps, fire, select to toggle between standard mode and shatter mode. And shatter mode round split into blast pattern on firing. This hop-up will be equipable on the 3030 repeater and the Bocek. Cool, okay. Deadeye's Tempo. That really makes the 33rd repeater like Ash's weapon in Overwatch. That's interesting. Probably really fun. Deadeye's Tempo, firing at the perfect moment, increases fire rate. This can currently be attached to the Sentinel and the boat. Oh my god, Sentinel, girl. We're gonna have so much fun this season. To make room, the Hammer Point and Skull Piercer hop-ups are being vaulted for now and won't be available. I'm sad to lose Hammer Point, but I'm happy about the Deadeye's Tempo. Reducing the headshot multiplier for all assault rifles from 2 to 175. This was already the case for the Hemlock, so the affected guns are R301, Flatline, and Havoc. Peacekeeper, here we go. I wonder what they're changing. It comes with the Precision Choke by default, which can be toggled off. Pellet damage reduced from 10 to 9. Rechamber time increased from 0.9 seconds to 1.1 seconds. Reload times increased. Regular from 2.45 to 2.5 and empty from 3.35 to 3.5. Pellet spread increased in general and spread when charged increased for all charge levels from 0.65 to 0. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. There's a lot of numbers. You can read it. You see it. It is right there. Quickly loses charge after leaving ADS. Well, I guess that's fair. Since the Peacekeeper is coming out of the crate, we're bringing many of the stats back in line with their previous values. We're also reducing its damage potential and bringing in the effective range a bit since the Precision Choke is always available now. Ooh, triple take. As a crate weapon, it will come with a 9 ammo clip and 63 reserve ammo. Fire rate increased from 1.2 to 1.3. Time to full charge reduced from 1.1 seconds to 1 second. Retains charge briefly after leaving ADS. Move speed while aiming down sights has been increased to match other marksman weapons. Faster than snipers, slower than ARs. Increased spread while airborne and aiming down sights. Okay, so that will be interesting. I wonder if it's going to be as good. I hope so. Increased recoil controllability early in the path. Thank you, Havoc. Yes, this should help make up for the reduced headshot multiplier and make it a bit more usable in mid-range fights. I just honestly wish that Havoc didn't need the freaking turbocharger. That's like, just fix that and it would be like the most amazing gun. Reduced recoil controllability early in the pattern. Ooh, Spitty is getting a little bit of a nerf. The Spitfire is too strong at the moment, boasting good damage output with low recoil, making it a bit harder to control early in the pattern should give more time for opponents to fight against it. That said, we're prepared to make more changes to the Spitfire if it remains too powerful. I think that's a really, really good change. 30-30 repeater. Increased leg damage multiplier from 0.75 to 0.85. Move speed while aiming down sights has been increased to match other marksman weapons. Faster than snipers, slower than AR. Alright, the 30-30 can use some love. So we're bringing up the amount of leg damage it does. This should make it a bit more consistent without raising its high best case damage potential. Okay. G7. Move speed while aiming down sights has been increased, right? Because it's going to the marksman, blah, blah, blah. Increased hipfire spread, reduced accuracy to be more in line with other marksman weapons. Okay. Okay, so the G7 will be less accurate than both the 30-30 and the Bocek compound bow. Interesting. Whoa, the longbow gets more headshots? Okay. The multiplier has been increased from 2 to 2.15. I'm excited for that. On headshot. I guess it's because they removed the skull piercer hop up, so I guess this is kind of to make up for that. Fair enough. We're giving longbow and wingman compensatory buff. Mozambique, increased magazine capacity from 4 to 6. Love it. Move the lower 2 pellets inward in the blast pattern. This brings up the baseline power level, so only finding a Mozambique early in the match gives you more of a fighting chance and makes up for the removal of hammer points. Increased bullet damage from 15 to 18, lowered fire rate. Oh, okay. Similar to the Mozambique, we want to bring up the P2020 baseline power level a bit. Most players couldn't take advantage of the fast fire rate, so bringing that down while increasing the damage could help players win more early fights with the P2020. That's exciting. Aim and movement slow removed from the initial stick on Arthur. Oh, yes. Thank you. That's so good. Sticking someone should feel rewarding. Considering it's a rare occurrence that's difficult to pull off, while an argument can be made that getting stuck should be a personal death sentence, the inability to at least relocate and spare teammates from the follow-up explosion makes it hard to counter against a coordinated team. This change should help mitigate that without stripping away the satisfaction of hitting an ice stick. I like that. I think that's good. Quality of life. Badges are now sorted by categories and can be filtered by all or unlocked only. This suggestion came directly from players. Thank you. It's so much better. Nice. I love that. Okay. When looting death boxes, players can now see health bars for everyone on the team. Okay, that's pretty good. All right. Challenges can now be favorited by going into challenges menu and right-clicking on challenge. That challenge will then be added to a new favorites tab that will appear in the lobby and in the match's map screen. Yes. Okay. That's so good. You can actually keep track of your challenges. Thank you. Like, I've been doing so many of these challenges because I love doing them, but it's really confusing to keep track of, and this is going to be a massive help for that. Thank you very, very much. Pressing and holding F2 while in-game will bring up the ability description page for your character. This is only available on PC. Players can request equipment by going into the inventory and picking a piece of equipment. Oh, okay. That's good. Your first challenge reroll of the day is now free. That's nice. Rerolling your challenges will allow you to choose from either BR-focused challenges or arenas-focused ones. Okay. Oh my god, yeah, because we're gonna have, like, whole new challenges for the arenas, aren't we? Ooh, exciting. Club invites versus version 2. You can now include what you want to play when you send your clubmates a party invite via the club tab. Select as many clubmates as you want to send the invite to at once via the member list. Ranked. Fixed edge cases where an abandon penalty would be incorrectly applied due to server errors. Well, that's good. Flight path adjustment. Removing edge dropship flight paths to prevent matches where large portions of the map receive little to no traffic. These screenshots show a before-after comparison of possible flight paths. Oh, I see. Well, that's pretty good, I think. So it's more like centered over the middle map instead of like being like the top half or the bottom half and stuff. They're kind of going a little bit more across. I like that. I think that's a good change. Ring update. We're continuing work from the Fight Night update to improve match pacing towards the end of the game. We're slowing down the closing speed of the late game rings to allow you more time to fight and maneuver your way into the ring. We're also reducing the waiting time before rings 4 and 6 start to close. So ring 4 pre-shrink time reduced. All right, so this is all like all the number stats. You can read that yourselves. Bug fixes. Bloodhound fix an issue. Okay, so these are just like bug fixes. Yeah, all right, we covered all of it. Girl, I'm excited for Tuesday. I gotta be honest. I'm really excited for Tuesday. Like, I think this season 9 is gonna be the best season yet. Like, by far. I think season 9 is gonna be incredible. And I'm so excited to play it. So, yeah. Join me on May 4th and bring the chaos of season 9. I'm ready for it. I'm so ready for it. I'll see you in game, guys.